bend and break certain rules for certain individual streamers, primarily females. Let's keep it a $150 over here. We're not gonna cap.
Oh, he's on the roof.
And the same thing goes for even streamers that are on like a larger platform, like I said with the Ethan Klein thing. If you're a larger platform and you help make Twitch money, you're a protected class. But not as much as you would be if you were a female. You can be a protected class on Twitch as a male, but that comes with certain perks and privileges, with limits, with its limitations. You can go as far as to say the N-word and be cut, and no kind of repercussions. This one chick, the chick that abuses her cat and all this kind of stuff, she had a nipple slip on Twitch, right? She had a nipple slip. So, you know what's crazy? She didn't get banned for indecent exposure on Twitch. I'm not saying permanent ban, but not even a temporary one. She had to ban herself. Where do you hear this shit at? She had to ban herself. She had to ask the Twitch moderators to ban her because she knew it would be a bad look if something like that were to happen and she didn't end up having any consequences. She had to ban herself. She made a mistake, and I don't believe you should personally be banned or even suspended for a nipple slip because that's a completely an accident. But the fact that male streamers have been banned for that very same thing, and there's no consequences, but she has to ban herself. Yo, man, I can't be asked. I can't be asked. And like I said, I made a promise, and we're gonna deliver. I said something about exposing simps. We're gonna expose some simps. Alright, right here on XQC's video, where they were talking about the hot tub meta, there are a lot of people that had similar takes to that I have. My take on it is this. If you want to be an indecent exposure Twitch streamer, now I have nothing against sex work for the most part. If you want to have an OnlyFans, I don't really care, man. Alright? If you want to post on the hub, I don't really care, man. I'm keeping it $150. I don't really care. I really don't. I don't care. Alright? But this is what does offend me. Oh, this is what at least bothers me. Is Twitch is primarily, and will always, well, I can't say always, but it is primarily a gaming platform. It is a gaming platform. It is a platform for people to sit down and game and watch gaming content. That's what it started off as. And then, before the just chatting section was added to Twitch, there were girls that had a very, very small browser where it showed a game they were playing. This one chick, for example, would have Fortnite, right? And she had these abnormally large fake breasts, right, on screen to get people to watch her. This bitch is boring! She has a dry personality. She doesn't go out of her way to share her opinions and to share stories. All she does is sit there and wait for people to say something, and then she'll respond to it. And she won't even respond to it with any charisma. This bitch would just say it. She has no kind of energy, man. There's no kind of effort into what she's doing. There's no soul in her work. There's no soul in her craft. And that was before they added just chatting, so she had to pretend to enjoy the game. But after they added just chatting section, she doesn't have to pretend to enjoy gaming anymore. She doesn't have to pretend. She can just go on the just chatting section, hop on a bikini with her massive breasts and her terrible dry ass fucking personality, right? And get people to sub. Squats for subs, this bitch says. Jesus, man. And then we got simps over here saying, "Oh man, you know, bikini streams and, you know, squatting for subs on Twitch, it's not exactly sexual in nature, and you guys are just sexualizing the female body." You're a moron! That's how they make their money. They're making their money from people that want to spend their cash to see a pretty girl do something that they want to see. How is it any different from thehub.com? How is that any different from Adderbait? I can't say the full thing. How's that any different from Adderbait? How's that any different? Make that make sense. How's that any different? Huh? Is it any different? No, it's not. The only thing, the difference is they have strict rules as far as showing the tatas and the other private parts. That's legit the only difference to me. I don't see any other difference. There's this one dude. Let me try and find the sim comment where this dude had the audacity, the nerve, to compare people that stream on Twitch that are charismatic. Dr. Disrespect being a prime example of somebody that is charismatic as fuck when streaming. Him, Courage JD, Ninja, Tfue. These guys have broken down streaming to a science. And let me break down what I mean. These guys, they have charisma, right? All these guys have a lot of charisma. They have something that a lot of people like to see and watch about them, right? And all these guys that I mentioned are good at the games that they play. And before some ask, oh, Dr. Spec sucks at video games. Dr. Spec does not suck at video games. He's not the best. He's not on like Z Laner's level, but he's good at video games, and he's extremely charismatic. To be at his level, right, you have to be extremely charismatic as a man to get a following. But you can just exist on the platform with your breasts out, and you can get people to sub. And I'm not even complaining that they're using their body as an asset. But what I despise are people that are delusional about it. Are you stupid? This guy had the nerve to compare those two things. They're not the same. One requires skill and one requires character and a personality. The other just requires you showing up. Don't compare those two things. Just don't do it. This dude, I'll put up the comment on screen. This dude was talking about some. Well, you know, it's kind of embarrassing to donate to millionaires and people and nerds that play video games. Yeah, nerds that play video games that have dedicated themselves to playing that video game to get really, really good at it. Don't talk down on these people like you can do what they do. Can you get that good at the game? Can you be like a 1% player at the game? At League of Legends, at COD, at Fortnite? Can you? Can you keep an audience entertained with not only your skills, but also what you bring to the table as far as personality-wise? A perfect example of a streamer that is extremely good at video games, but doesn't really put his personality out there is High Distortion. High Distortion is a phenomenal gamer, but he doesn't really talk as much, and sometimes he even has streams where he's not talking at all, and that limits him as a streamer. But if he had like the charisma of like CDN the Third or Dr. Spec, he would have 1 million subscribers. He'd have a lot more followers on Twitch. You have to actually dedicate yourself to the craft if you want to be good at Twitch as a man. And I'm not saying, oh, men have it so hard on Twitch. I'm not sitting here to try to bitch and moan about it. But I'm simply saying, if you're delusional, if you have the nerve to compare those two things, if you have the nerve to compare a man that's dedicated himself to getting good at the game, getting good at streaming, keeping a streamer entertained, investing thousands of dollars into streaming equipment to keep your viewers entertained, to simply showing up in a bikini, you're a fucking moron. And you're a simp. That's all I gotta say. This video's ran on long enough. I'll try and put all the comments that I mentioned. Matter of fact, I'm not even done. Let me go through a few of these comments. I'm not even gonna. I'm just gonna say them. Well, I'll put them on screen. I'll leave you guys to share what you guys think about these certain comments. Here we go. This guy was a fucking moron. One guy was saying he doesn't like how Twitch is going so far, and he doesn't like the fact that the platform is. He called like these chicks bimbos, right? And he said that if these ladies want to do this, I'm cool with it, but they shouldn't be doing it on this platform, right? But get what this guy said. Let me find this comment because I screenshotted it. Here, get what this guy said, right? While I agree with you that Twitch should focus on gaming and many other women streamers that push the limits of TOS, I have zero hate for women that do. They're exposing a system for their benefit, as they should. As they should. This beta male simp says that they should push the boundaries of the platform. Okay, this guy definitely subscribes to OnlyFans. We already know this now, right? Anyways, right? I'm gonna blurring out his name. I don't want anybody sending him harassment, right? When you say statements such as, "Get this," this is what this guy considers hate speech. Get this. He says, when you say statements such as, "This is why the world will never see real change for the better." This guy says this. When you say this, when you say, "This is why the world will never see real change for the better," guess what this guy interpreted it as? Like you said, you can see it on screen as I'm speaking. You would instantly lose all credibility. That's just bigotry no matter what it is intended for. Bigotry? Fucking, nah, you're actually retarded. There's no way you can say you want your a gaming platform to remain a gaming platform as bigotry. You're a fucking idiot! Furthermore, I don't agree with Twitch's position on many things, mostly regarding their inconsistencies and inclusive stance on Twitch TOS violations. While audience rage for the issues that stem from validity to Dr. Suspect is irrelevant. More streamers should voice their opinions on contracts, their monetary takes, restrictions, etc. You're a fucking idiot. Pussy. Here we go. And the main comment, well, this wasn't the main comment, but this was a comment under it that I sparked a huge reaction, right? There was this one a simpleton that said, Humping something is inherently sexual, but then showing up in a micro bikini on stream with your body glistening in water isn't inherently sexual.
It is not ever some love. It is not ever some love.